I am the kind of person that takes on a lot of things. I like a good challenge. I like I have goals and I have dreams of things that I want to be successful in. In my work life, I try to be, in any part of my life, I want to do what I can to bring joy to people and to make people smile. And I am the kind of person that always has a smile on my face. And I hope that by doing that, my goal is to make somebody smile, make somebody happy in any way that I can. So actually, when I was in college, I went through a phase of, I will never be a teacher. My mom was a teacher. My mom was a teacher turned principal. And then I did an observation in a classroom and I fell in love. And I knew that I wanted to work with students. I wanted to work with people to impact the lives of students. I actually started teaching high school. My first couple of years I taught high school and always said, I'll never teach middle school. My mom was a middle school teacher. And when I got to middle school, I said, I'll never go anywhere else because middle schoolers are just so quirky. You remember. Middle schoolers are just so quirky and they're funny and they're learning and they're really starting to figure out who they are. So when the position came available at the high school, I knew that it was a great opportunity to see my 7th grade students at a completely different point of life. And you guys are still a little quirky, but you've changed and you've grown, and I'm seeing what dreams you had in 7th grade, starting to really take place here in high school, and that has been the absolute best part of making this switch. I'm gonna say both, which is a really generic answer. I really like teaching because I was in front of kids every day and I was entertaining and there was a lot of laughter every day when I was in the classroom. Not as much laughter now that I'm principaling, but there's still a lot of laughter and I'm getting to see more kids. I'm not just with my students in my classroom, I'm getting to see all of you every day and making it's a different feel. I have felt welcomed. I busted into freshman orientation and screamed, "You thought you got rid of me!" And some kids were really happy, and some kids were like, "Oh crap!" But my upperclassmen it was awesome to hear, like, "Oh my God, Miss Preston, I'm so glad you're here," and that warmed my heart so much. Something I'm looking forward to. So I've heard that homecoming's a really big deal. Like the whole week is a really big deal. I'm actually going to be in charge of planning the homecoming dance and making sure that gets organized. And I'm just really excited to see all of the different events. So being at the middle school, I heard of all of the events. And I would see pictures and I would hear things, but I never came over and got to experience them. So I'm really excited to just see the different things that happen here and how we celebrate students. It's definitely weird just because you guys look so different and I've had to be like, show me your chin or remind me of your name, and I feel really bad that I don't remember everybody's name, but then I have to remind myself that I have had everybody in this building. Like I have had every group at some point, and I would cry. Just seeing how much you guys have grown up and knowing and hearing the things that you want to do next year, that you want to do with the rest of your lives, and seeing how that aligned with how you were in 7th grade and the things that I heard you say in 7th grade is awesome. So yes, it makes me very proud. I feel like this has changed a lot as I have grown up and as I have gone through my different stages of life, but something over the past couple of years that I have just really had to remind myself of is to smile and to be kind and to give grace. And that everybody needs a smile, everybody needs somebody that's going to be on their side, and everybody needs grace at some point. So those would be my big 3. I wasn't involved in education. So actually, one of my dreams in high school was to be a talk show host, or to like be on the news. And I just never really did that. But if I wasn't involved in education, like in a dream world, I might work at Starbucks. I worked at Starbucks in college, and it was the best job. And this is very cliche for what you were going to hear as high schoolers, but to enjoy the small things that are happening here every day. Enjoy the relationships that you have with your friends. Enjoy the adults that you have relationships with. I think that once you get out of high school, you'll have those relationships, and you'll have, adults who impact you. But right now, these are people who have seen you every day for years. And just to really enjoy all of the moments that make up your senior year, and just live it up. My favorite thing about Woodford County is, there's so much. I love Woodford County because it is such a tight-knit community. I'm from a really small town, and know what it's like to grow up in that, and being here reminds me of home. I've been in the county for 8 years, and it has always felt like my second home. And I love that.